Now we will have the speech by Mr. Abuzneid. Shakur, he was the founder of MSA in UB and he was the advisor for 12 years. Please welcome Mr. Shakur.
All right, I would like to welcome President Salonen, Ms. Salonen, the administration, the faculty, students, our community, everybody. Welcome to this great event. I would like to thank you also for coming. I was told I have a few minutes. The President asked me how many minutes you're going to speak. I said 5 minutes. He told me that's long. So I'll try to make it even shorter than half an hour. In 1997, Dr. Mohsen Farid and I met and we decided to establish the MSA in this university. When I came in here in 1995, there was no MSA, and we decided to establish that. I would like to take this chance. He's not here. He does not work for UB anymore. But I would like to take this chance to thank him. And I'm sure a few of you have met him. At that time, we had a problem to establish MSA. The problem is that we established a club. You have to have 10 undergraduate students. And at that time, we had only 2 Muslim undergraduate students. So I went to my friends, and I remember I filled the application with 4 Hindus, 2 Christians, and 2 dear Jewish friends of mine, and the 2 Muslims. And I went to the Dean of Students at that time, Jamit Merit, and I told him, here's the application. Non-Muslims are establishing a club for Muslims. She did not understand what I'm saying. But she called me after 15 minutes, and of course we had a very nice discussion. Of course, at that time we had only 2 students. I believe now we have a lot, and we could establish at least like 50 clubs. And now we could establish a club with the graduate students. So it was changed. Anyways, I'll try to make it short as I promised. The prayer room we had in the other building was not only for worshiping. It was for everything. It was, we had every night a meeting, tea meeting, and prayer, socializing. We have used that room for everything that we have done in this community, literally, almost. We basically, in that place, the old place, we have started many programs. One of the programs is a weekend school that Dr. Laythi had mentioned. We have organized at least 90% of the Eid activities and Ramadan activities from that place. We had many good festivals, many celebrations for students who had babies and married, and it was happening in that room. 13 years was a lot of memory for me. I mean, when I was asked to write this, to talk today, I started just to recall, go through all the 13 years I have been here, and everyday involvement, which I enjoyed a lot. Basically, the place, as Dr. Laythi mentioned, was established at least 15 years before I come on board. 13 years, and here I am still here. And this place, it was built to continue forever, I hope. I kept myself open link with many students who have graduated from here. I receive many emails, daily emails, sometimes in the like Eid season, and so I receive many emails from students. Very, very interesting questions they ask me. When I went in February to Jordan, many students knew I'm coming. I have no idea how did they know, and they called me, invited for me dinner. And when we met in a dinner, only questions they asked about that place, about the memory, about the pig book, about the tea that we have every night. This year, I think 2 weeks ago, I went with Barbara Mariek and Stephen Boyd to several countries. In Bahrain, I was standing with Barbara, and a person coming towards me wearing the typical Gulf dress, and he just came and hugged me and started hugging me. I could not realize who is he until he released me from his arms. He was a student who graduated late 80s from here. He came in 1998 and stayed with us for 6 months, and again he took me for, and that's very good. I mean, everybody invites me for dinner and coffee, and he again told me that, asked me all the kind of questions, and the interesting thing, he asked me questions that I'm surprised, and tells me information that myself I don't know. A person, where he works and what he does. So they keep a link. That place created a link. And the guy, he said, they're going to visit, and he introduced me to his nephew, and he said, this will be your student in UB. So he graduated like late 80s and still remembers. One last story, too many stories. One Saturday, last year I was praying in the old place, in weekend, in Saturday, and a family came with a van. And I did not know who they are. I asked who, I welcomed him, and he said, I have graduated from business school in here, again, late 80s, from the School of Business, if I remember, and I came in a business trip in New York, and I'm here to visit. I want to bring my family to the place where I have the best memories. All right, and that was the old prayer room. Of course, it wasn't all fun the past 13 years for me. I had many tough times. I had many emails, people blasting me, and they had a tough time also in September 11. After September 11, all of us were in a state of shock. Not only George Bush, all of us. The only difference that it took us one day or 1 week to get over a state of shock. Somebody told me yesterday George Bush is still in a state of shock. So we performed better in UB. I remember that president invited me for a dinner with my wife, and he wanted to deliver a message to me. And I understood the message, and they delivered that to the people of the masjid. The message was, we are one community. What has happened, you have nothing to do with it. And I delivered the message, and basically all the fear is gone. I had the students call me at that time, asking, shall we continue to come? What do you suggest? So it was a state of shock. We managed in days to be over it. That was great. So finally, the place never been restricted for certain faith or certain gender or certain age. Believe it or not, that as you see, we have both genders. We have Muslims, and a few non-Muslims come, and ages, all the ages come. As an example, I used to bring my family to Friday nights. I used to bring my son. Usually my son sees me leaving to the masjid, and he asks me, is there a pizza tonight there? Then I say no. He said, enjoy. And if I say there is pizza, he is the first one in the car. Also, I remember one day that some disaster was happening to my son because of going to the masjid. One day we were out of tea bags. We have no more tea. We are used to the tea we do every night. There is no tea bags. Then we left home. When we went home, his mother, who is my wife also, asked him, did you pray? He said no. He said, what? She said, what happened? He said, there is no tea. So my son was thinking bringing tea is part of the Muslim prayers. So we had to fix that. All right. So I think for the past years we did a very good job, and now we have a new people, a new team, and the university is willing to help, and we see all the help university provided. We need to continue the hard work. By the end, I would like to thank everybody working this project. I would like to thank everyone who helped any student in this university. And let's keep the hard work up and work together to help the generations to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this wonderful stories. I enjoyed it.